Hello, beautiful people. Hi, Nevermore. Uh, wish I had better news. Um, but I'm going to use my platform for something very important. Not that I don't use my platform for important things all the time, but this is important. Um, so, let me go ahead and bring you up to speed, just in case um, you don't know what's been going on with the um, atheist community. Um, there is an atheist YouTuber. Uh, his name is Telltale. He is an ex-Jehovah's Witness. And his daughter uh, very not so long ago, his daughter recorded a health teacher in the public school system proselytizing for her Christian faith. Okay, so now the Freedom from Religion Foundation has gotten involved, and hopefully this is going to eliminate the problem, but I'm not so sure. So, basically what this health teacher did was telling her kids, her health class kids, that her religion was the right religion, and if their parents weren't teaching them Christianity, that their parents were immoral, and that you know that LGBTQ people had no right to expect any rights whatsoever, and it's just a bad thing altogether. Okay, so I do have a platform, not much of one, but I do have a platform, and I have screen shared with you uh, the superintendent of this school district, and the superintendent of this school district on Twitter is at Cabell Super Sacks. This is my Twitter page, and you can see the his address right here in the search box. So what I need you to do, if you have not already, is contact this person and tell him that it is unacceptable for anybody to be bringing their religion into a public school. If you want to preach your religion, go to a private school. That is where you should go if you want to preach your religion. Go to a private school. Now, unfortunately, about half of this town where Telltale lives has doxed him and his 12-year-old daughter. Okay? Now, fortunately, they've been planning to move for some time. And I say fortunately because that means they already have things in the works. Now, as far as I know, he has gotten out of town, which is good. I don't know where he is. As far as I know, nobody knows where he is. And that's good. For right now, that's good. And you know, you know, Dr. Mark Warner, I don't really have a problem with that. I mean, it's their mother, you know. If she was a school teacher, I would have a problem with it. And if she was proselytizing at school, which brings me to my next point. If this teacher was a Muslim, and if she was preaching Islam, do you think that these people would have a problem with it? Of course they would. Of course they would. So, Christians, we are not just talking about atheist rights here. We are talking about your rights. Because you know what? If you are allowed to do this, then everybody is allowed to do this. And that is unacceptable. Not to mention unconstitutional. And she should be fired. This health teacher should be fired. Now, I'm going to respect Telltale's wishes, even though I shouldn't. And I am not going to dox this health teacher. And I am not going to say her name. However, please, go to Twitter. And like I said, my own Twitter page is here on the screen. And in the search box is the Twitter handle of the I don't know if it's the superintendent of the school board or the principal of the school. At any rate, he's somebody you should get in contact with and tell him this is unacceptable. And this teacher's been doing this for at least 15 years. And so she knows that this is unacceptable. Okay? She knows. Would it, like I said, would it be acceptable if this was a Muslim teacher who was pushing Islam? Of course it wouldn't be. These people would be up in arms. In fact, this wouldn't even be a problem because this teacher would be gone. I mean, this teacher would have been fired so fast it would make your head spin. But because she is pushing Christianity, they think that somehow that exempts her from the separation of church and state, which is a constitutional issue, people. And like I said, the Freedom from Religion Foundation has gotten involved. But as far as I know, this teacher has not been fired or even reprimanded. So, you tell me. Um, I don't think this person should even be a principal of a school or superintendent of the school board. The person right here in the search box, because he's been letting this slide for 15 years. Okay. And so please go to this person right here who's in the search box on the screen that I have screen shared and tell him it is not acceptable for teachers, any teacher, to proselytize in public schools. It's not acceptable. He ought to fire her. And if he doesn't want to fire her, then let's take it to the next level. Somebody ought to fire him. And we need to make a stand loud and clear, because if we don't, this is going to happen again. And unfortunately, because Telltale has made this stand, he has had to get out of this town, city, whatever it is. Is that Christian love? No, it isn't. And Christians, we as atheists are fighting for your rights too. Because you wouldn't want a Muslim trying to proselytize your children in a public school. That's what private school is for. So if you want your children to be taught religious crap, send them to private school. So please, like I said, contact this person up on the screen in the search box. And tell him it is unacceptable, because it is. If we give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. They've showed us that. They have. Because Telltale is fearing for his life right now. We don't know where he is, and that's lucky for him. But this is the Christian ISIS. This is Christian nationalist terrorism at its worst. And if we let this slide, it's going to get worse. You think January 6th was bad? And for people who don't know what I'm talking about, on January 6th, a Trump mob stormed our Capitol, the American Capitol. A Trump mob stormed the Capitol because they didn't want democracy. They wanted um, Mark Warner. That's an interesting question because actually Christmas trees aren't really Christmas trees. They were Christmas trees were adapted from the pagans. It's I have a series that I'm going through in December. You can only find it in December. Because Christmas is a December thing. But that is an interesting question. However, now it's not really a Christmas thing anymore. And even the Christians will tell you that. Well, they stole our Christmas tree. So that's an interesting question. And to tell you the honest truth, I don't have an answer for that. But because it's been secularized, I don't see a problem with it. As long as they don't have a nativity, I'm pretty okay with it. So, please, go ahead, tell this guy, no, you are being irresponsible if you let this pass. If you do nothing to this teacher who has, by her own words, been doing this for a very long time. And you are just neglecting your duty if you do not address this, and you yourself deserve to get fired if you do not handle this. I'm sorry? No, I'm not sorry. You know what? I'm not sorry. Christians have been so privileged that they think that they are being persecuted if we say anything against them. You're not being persecuted. Okay? You aren't. So get that shit out of your head because you are the most privileged bunch of people in this goddamn nation. You need to quit whining and you need to suck it up because this is a secular nation and we need to get back to our secular values. And go ahead, contact him, and I will talk to you guys later. and you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And I am sorry I've had to ruin your day with this, but I can no longer stand by while people are breaking the law. And somebody who is standing up for his daughter's rights is being threatened. And he is being threatened. They have threatened to burn his house down. And they have threatened to beat him up. This is no joke. This is no joke. I'm sorry, Nevermore. Marianne, I am just telling about Telltale and about you probably have already tweeted this guy a message. So, I'm not gonna put it up again because I can't. But you've probably already tweeted him anyway. This is the guy whose principal or exactly, Dr. Mark Warner, exactly. They don't respect anybody. They don't respect anybody, but they expect people to respect them. We cannot play by their rules. We cannot. But we have to play by the rules that are in our toolbox. Because they don't have any rules. They don't have any morals. They say they are like the most moral people, but threatening a 12-year-old girl's life is not moral. Threatening anybody is not moral. We need to take the high road. We need to take the high road. But we also need to let these people know this is unacceptable. And I don't know what else to say. Just go drop him a tweet. Hopefully, he will get the message. And I will see you guys later. And have a great rest of your day. Nevermore, I am so sorry about your grandpa. But I hope that you get to better days. It will get better, I promise. And like I said, you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.